Buying local helps to reduce the amount of CO2 emissions that are being released when you want to transport food all around the world. Say you want a chocolate bar. Well, first you would have to get the chocolate from Africa, and then you'd have to send it over to Hershey, the biggest producer of chocolate around here. That's 8,031.95 kilometers. It's a lot. And then say you live in Philadelphia and you want to go buy a chocolate bar. And the chocolate then has to travel 154 kilometers. So that is a large amount of CO2 being emitted because of the amount of distance it has to travel. It has to go by either boat or airplane or big truck. Not to mention, you probably will take a car to get it. Now, the same goes for stuff like vegetables. Say you want a tomato, you'd have to get it shipped over from California or some other warm tropical place to get it to here. So it would be transported by a big truck or airplane, and then that's a lot more CO2 emitted. By buying locally, you can help to reduce this because then you can either just walk right to the farmer's market or take your own car, which is, granted, still some CO2 emissions, but it's a lot less, and it'll drastically lower the amount of CO2 being emitted into the atmosphere. Buying locally helps to support local economies and the independent farmers that run these farms. So, in local farmers markets, you get to pay money straight to the farmer, and it doesn't go to big business. You get to help support that farmer directly and show that you really care about their small businesses. Also, by doing this, you will also help to support you also help to go against the big companies that are maybe not really treating their workers that fairly. You are paying someone who treats their workers fairly because they are a small business, and it helps to do that. Oh man, if you want that guarantee high level of freshness, then I recommend buying locally. Buying locally, you get to know where exactly the product is coming from, and you may even ask the farmer questions about the product, like, hey, is this product GMO? What kind of fertilizer did you use? While if you buy crops from big businesses, you may not know what's in that fruit. You may not know, or that plant. You may not know if it was genetically modified. You may not know if they used any pesticides when planting it. While buying locally, you get to know that, and you know it's guaranteed fresh because you can see where it's being grown on your way there. Maybe you can't, maybe you can. While with the big businesses, all you know is that they're coming from a big truck and they've been transported a long way. Buying locally, it just can't be beat. I mean, you're saving the earth because there's less CO2 emissions when you buy locally. You're benefiting local farmers and their farming practices. And you're also knowing where you get your food, and you're guaranteed it's fresh, unlike the big businesses. It's so much more beneficial buying from local farmers than it is big business products. And it really helps the world.